morning and welcome back to Ask Mason, the program that we do every 2 weeks, where we try to answer all the questions that the community might have, and we always want to be very transparent on what's going on in our city government. I had been asked several questions about what's going on down at the pool, Champlin pool, and I thought I'd just jump out there and ask the expert. So I brought in Jessica Nelson. Jessica, welcome. I'm glad you're here. You are the new manager this season, right?
Yeah, it's exciting times.
This is a new position for you. And can you kind of tell me how that come about? I mean, I know you've been involved in other projects around the community. I know you were also involved in the soccer complex initially. I remember going to your office at one time and seeing those plans, and that took a lot of work, didn't it, to get that up and off the ground? And you did. You worked very hard on it, the fundraising part. And now then today, we're enjoying that, right?
It's a beautiful facility.
Complex is built. We're starting to have a lot of teams come in, and I think that will just grow and grow and grow. So thank you for that. But now then, you're the Champlin pool manager. So how did that happen?
Well, honestly, I was on vacation in Colorado, and I got a phone call from Mr. Scott Morris saying, hey, I think I have something that we could really use you for, your abilities, that I think if you could help us out, and I said, I'm willing to give it a shot. It's hard for me to say no in helping the community. Yeah. And I have a background in swimming and used to be a lifeguard. I've got management experience. So he said, it's only 70-something days. And I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And yeah, we're 4 weeks in and halfway through the season, and it's been a ride. It's great. I like to empower the guards to kind of come up with their own system. There's some changes that we've made since previous seasons. So,
like what?
Like having a consistent schedule for the lifeguards. A part of my job is creating quality of life opportunities and cost control. So, putting the guards on a consistent schedule has helped them, number one, stay safe from overheating because it is hot out there. But also, just having a consistent rotation has helped with kind of creating some cost control with payroll and things like that, which was needed and necessary.
So how difficult has it been to get certified lifeguards?
Extremely difficult.
And why is that, do you think?
I don't know, because I've just been on for, 3 weeks now, but I would assume there needs to be a change in the hiring process a little bit, and maybe start hiring for lifeguards maybe as early as February, and try to get them certified in March and April, so when the pool opens in May, you have that staff. Right now, when I came on, they were still hiring lifeguards, and not all of them were certified. So, you hire them, but then you have to go and get them certified to become a lifeguard.
Can you speak to what that takes to get certified? I mean, what is that process? How long does that take?
Well, there's an online class portion that's about 1,000 hours of online courses that has to be taken, and then there's 2 days of actual pool sessions where you do life-saving techniques in the pool and things like that. So it's not a short process. It's a dedicated process. And once you're certified through the Red Cross, you can actually get on the lifeguard stand and work as a lifeguard. So
you mentioned the heat a while ago. This is something I've learned also, but even if you're in the water, you can still get dehydrated, and it can be very unsafe, aside from just drowning in the water, but just from the heat, right?
Oh yeah. Sick. You get sick. It's just, Yeah, swimming is exercise. So you're sweating even though you're in the water. So staying hydrated is absolutely a must.
And what do you do to make sure that our lifeguards stay safe? What they don't overheat?
Well, I have one, what we call a pool hand, that consistently goes out there probably every 20 to 30 minutes and checks on each guard, goes around to each guard station and, do you need water? Do you need a popsicle? Do you need a pickle pop? What do you need? You know, oh, you need a break. Okay, so then we've developed a system to get them out of the sun to where they can cool off. And a lot of people don't know, you can't just go into a cold room. Your body will get shocked. You know, if you're out in severe heat and you go into a severely cold space, your body kind of shuts down. So you have to go into a tempered, cool space that's not super air conditioned, so you can safely decrease the overheatness. There's a lot to it.
Oh, it sounds like it. I pulled up online, looked at a couple things. Did I see that right, that the entrance fee is just $3?
$3.
I mean, to me, it sounds like a bargain.
It's a great deal. It's a great deal. You know, the city wants to provide affordable quality of life opportunities. And so, yeah, for $3, you can enter to swim all day long, or you can even buy a season pass. So if you wanted to swim anytime throughout the season, that's $30 for the entire summer, and each additional pass in your family is only $20 more.
Wow, that is really a bargain.
Yeah, it is.
You know, as far as entertainment that you can do all day long. And, wow. I'm going to get to the numbers in just a minute, but I also noticed an annual duct tape and cardboard race. Tell me about that. Not sure about that one. And that might have been on there from last year. I don't know.
I think it was. I know the city has done it for a couple of years now. The previous, I believe it's the Parks and Recs department that puts it on. I know we host it. I'm actually meeting with Corey next week to get a rundown on that.
So I asked the question too early, didn't I?
Well, you know, it's a fast season.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot crammed into about 9 weeks. So.
Well, talk to me just a little bit about when you and I bumped into each other at one of the restaurants the other day, and we were talking about this. You got talking about how many people have been coming out there.
Oh, lots.
The numbers.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that just a little bit?
Yeah. Saturdays are our busiest days. They, as you know, people are off work, they take their families out, and we usually have a pretty good ratio of parents and kids, which is nice to see, that family quality time of swimming together. But yeah, Saturdays are insane. We have sometimes up to 170 people there.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and that
seems like a large pool, but you put 170 people in.
Gets a little crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It is a large pool. It's an Olympic-sized pool. It's the only Olympic-sized pool in Northwest Oklahoma. So it's very beneficial to our swim teams and lap swimmers. In fact, we have a couple people that are training for triathlons that come and do lap swim. Lap swim is from 11 to noon, and then we open to the public from noon to 6. And we're starting to create some after-hour events, including tween night and teen night. Tween being middle school age kids from 11 to 13, from 7 to 9 on Tuesdays. They can come out and parents can drop them off and they can play with their friends in the pool, swim, have fun. And then teen nights are on Thursdays from 7 to 9, and that's your high school age, you know, 14 to 17. We'll have music and water toys and just something to give the youth. And
anyone from around the area can use that pool. They don't have to be just from right here in Enid.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
Just show up.
It's a beautiful facility. It was built in 1954, donated by the Champlin family back when Champlin Oil was here. And, you know, it's gone through several years of renovations and, you know, good maintenance versus bad maintenance. But this year, we have a fantastic team at the Parks and Rec Department that, checks the chemicals. Walter, I got to give a shout out to Walter in Parks and Rec. Everybody loves Walter, and he comes by every day, 5 times a day, to check the chemical status and maintain the chemicals and check the pumps. And he and James, they're our mad scientists.
That makes it all work.
That make it all work. Even on, the pool's closed Sundays and Mondays, but Walter will show up in his shorts and T-shirt and checking the pool chemicals. They do a fantastic job.
I know that a month or two back, we appropriated some more money for additional renovation. I went back and looked at that. Actually, I called Gerald and asked him. I'm not going to say I went back and looked at it, but it was a total of $85,000 more we're going to put in that pool. Part of it will be after the season, but we're going to do a lot of regrouting on it. $50,000 worth of regrouting. I think it's just upkeep.
Yeah.
That stuff will last a long time, but you have to stay on top of it.
You do.
And then I think we're going to replace the roof on the bathrooms.
Okay.
About $35,000. So we'll continue to put some more money into that. Make sure it stays nice for everyone.
If I could point out a much needed item there, the bathroom partitions.
Okay.
They are metal, and I don't know the last time they were redone. I assume in the 90s or something, but they're corroded and rusted from the humidity in the water. And they're currently adapted to be ADA accessible, but they really need to be up to code.
Sure.
So that if I might make a suggestion, that I'm sure there's grant funding available for.
There is, and there are much better petitions now, just technology over time.
Yes.
The fountainhead type material that we use on countertops now.
Right, yes.
Are amazing. They don't, the thought of putting metal petitions in an area that's got humidity and water.
Yeah.
You just kind of, but that's what they had when they probably put them in.
Yeah,
so that's good to know, and we need to get them on the list so that we can get that changed out.
That would be good.
Well, Jessica, anything you want to add?
I am working on creating an adult swim night. It would consist of no kids, so no splashing. We're looking at July 13th. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
From 7 to 9 after public swim, where an adult's favorite way to swim is like this.
Exactly.
On a floaty. So I think that's going to be kind of the appeal. We'll put some, relaxing music on and just let grown-ups float around. And we're looking at maybe incorporating a cookout of sorts. I'm working with Corey in Parks and Rec on getting his Blackstone grill out there and maybe flipping some burgers. And,
that'd be great.
Give a date night to some couples that want to go cool off on a hot July Saturday.
And give me the date again on that.
July 13th.
July the 13th. That'll be here before you know it.
Oh, I know. Right around the corner.
Yeah. Well, man, that sounds great. Thank you so much for taking this on. Yeah. Even when you were on vacation, when Scott called and said, hey, we need you, you stepped up and you did.
Well, thank you.
So thank you, and I know that's tough, but it's a great benefit. That pool is to our community, but it needs to be run more like a business and have some structure around that. And I definitely think you're the person to do that.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, I'm happy for the opportunity.
You bet. You bet. Any way we can help out, let us know. And thank you for what you've done for our community over a lot of years.
Yeah, I love Enid.
I know, I do too. I do too. So you made the comment, when someone calls, it's hard to say no. And that's the type of people that make a great community. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For being here.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here today.
Yeah.
So that will conclude our show for today. Please keep in mind to send your questions. If you have any concerns about anything, send them to askmason@enid.org, and we will do our very best to answer those questions. Thank you for being here today, and we'll see you next time.